Holy crap. This thing is a lot bigger than I thought. And I'm going to tell you right now, times are changing. Yeah, ever since I started going into the wilderness, you know, started off, if you need a power, use a deep cycle battery. And eventually after many years, until recently, you went to a lithium battery. And this is something I've never seen before. This is a solid state battery. Super slim, but its footprint is quite large. This is actually, this Renogy is actually designed to be used in an application like behind the seat or something, underneath the seat, where it's more compact. I don't know if this is gonna fit in my trailer, to be honest with you. This is something that I need to figure out. But we're gonna have a look at this. We're gonna take some measurements, maybe do some testing, and we're gonna see what exactly we're gonna do with this. Maybe not in this video, but perhaps another video. Let's get started. I've had this open a few times now. I gotta make sure I open up the right side. I keep on taping up. This thing's cool, but it's quite large. So we got our caps. We got our bolt hardware. On the screen here, and we just pull this section out, and then this thing is massive. I mentioned it's pretty heavy too. Come on, you gotta save the packaging because it's gonna go back in there. All right, here we go. Underneath this plastic is where the magic lies. All right, let's get this out of the plastic. We can have a better look. It appears I've had it upside down. All right, there we go. Coming to you live from my garage. Super slim, solid state. That's a mouthful. Lithium battery, 12.8 volts, 104 amp hour battery. 1,331 watt hours. It has already prefab holes for mounting. At the time of filming, I did not have the install brackets or bolts, but they are included. You have your connections here. BT must be Bluetooth Bluetooth antenna. I'm not sure what these are yet because I haven't read the instructions. This is where we gotta go. Got to get the app and connect. Things are so convenient now from the old days where you had to like Google the information and spend so much time. Here we are. Download DC Home app. Let's get it. So I got the app. Looks like I gotta create a user profile here. So I'll be back. Wonder where I'm going to be able to monitor on this bad boy right here. From basically what I can see, the app just basically tells you, as of right now, because it's not actually using it, is battery life, remaining time, total discharge watts. You do some settings there. And then you got some multimedia stuff on the bottom. So I can see from the instructions right now, this actually won't apply to me, but probably will for a lot of people who have a lot of higher up units, is a daisy chain for the CAN network. So basically you would go, like if you had two side by side, you connect the cable from up to link, and then from the other battery or this battery, you would take that cable to whatever your devices are. But in my, what I'm going to be using for right now is just basically, hopefully to fit this in my trailer. I don't know, this thing's huge. Like underneath the seat of my Jeep or something, like when I took out the seat in the back, it would fit good. If you had a pickup truck with a camper in the back, you could definitely throw this behind the seat. Like in that sense, it's really small. In my situation, this is going to be a tough one. The other thing we're going to look at is this Renogy 1. Right now, I don't even know what this thing does. All I know is that it's shiny. We got a box, it probably has some sort of cable in it. One-handed. Let's do some dexterity here. Bingo. Do-do-do-do-do. And then the big brown shark came. Actually, no, it didn't. We're gonna plug this in carefully. What happens? Ooh, fancy. Look at that screen. So this obviously is going to mount inside of my trailer. That's what the goal is. Just going to wait for it to boot up and see what kind of magic we get. Excellent. For whatever reason, I tried multiple times, couldn't connect the Wi-Fi. But we are going to connect to this battery. What happened? There we go. Fully charged. So basically, what else can this thing do? System, RV leveling. Holy. That's what the app does. Now we gotta look at, will this even fit in my trailer? What are we at? 21 quarter by, how wide are we? This thing's been under a tarp all winter. Let's get her opened up. This is my current setup right here. I got a Renogy Rover. It's got some dust on there. I got a battery monitor, Bluetooth, and traditionally my batteries have sat underneath this tray, which I need to get it apart. You can see down there, it's where my current battery would sit. I take it out for the winter. However, that being said, I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was worried that wasn't gonna fit. That's gonna fit there perfectly. I need to fabricate up some brackets. But yeah, that's gonna work good. So I know it's gonna work. That's a positive sign. I got all these blocks and stuff. I'm going to have to do something about them. Might just get like a small sheet of plywood and just zip it through on top or something instead of continually to put a bunch of holes in there. What I need to do is make some brackets. So we could go 2 inches. Let's go 1.5. Yeah, 2 inches, 1.5 by 1.5 should be good. We still got a long ways to go and a lot of work to do before we can install it. But at least we can get some brackets 3D printed for now. So I'm just on Tinkercad right now. And I have my part. It's saved. And now I can print it. So now I have the super slim solid state lithium battery, 12.8 volt, 104 amp hours. I 3D printed some base plates. This is made out of PLA. I think I went 35% infill, which should be plenty enough. Got to get some holes drilled for them. Got some 4mm screws. And then once it gets nicer out, we can start prepping it and get everything mounted. But that's going to have to be in another video because we're not even anywhere close to that right now. Now with it being a 3D part and only a 35% infill or 30, you want to be careful. So I'm going to have to use some Loctite on this so I don't crush it. There we go. Bolt it on so you can see. Okay, let's go about mocking this Renogy 1 in place. This is our little piece right here. And I got a hole saw that just might do the trick. I need to go through the wall. And we're through. It's got a level there. So you gotta try to hope that your trailer's level as you put that in. Alright, oh, I got it upside down. There. It is put in. Alright. Just gonna terminate this one. This one's gonna go right into the fuse blocks. I'm gonna restrip it. You could cut these wires shorter. I may use this in the future for something else. This wire's thin. This is the only one I got, so I'm hoping I can get a good crimp. I can hold it in place and it'll stay. It stays. Okay. And I'm going to zip tie this whole piece up there. Alright, for the battery, I have these 3D printed legs. As a disclaimer, I'm putting this in. After previewing my video, they sent these brackets out, so I do not know if the brackets come with the battery or not. But if you are looking to buy one of these batteries, there are brackets for it. However, in this video, I'm not going to re-edit it and refilm it with those brackets. So this piece is just edited in and not part of the original video process. So for power, run it to a 3 amp fuse because I don't think it's gonna need any more. I just gotta feed my ground into that one. I can squeeze that one in with it. Installation of the battery is really easy. Depends what you have hooked up. Just and this is my ground. Just want to double check. Yeah, we got power. And done. Battery's bolted down, cables are on. You have these special caps. There we go. We're all powered up. Real life situation. Renogy 1 says I'm using 1.3 amps. Got my cooler. Let's plug that in. Wait for the current to start to pull. She is running. So in a real life situation, that's all I do is run my fridge, maybe charge my phone, cameras, that's about it. So if you're looking at getting this battery, this is going to be the tough sell for you on where you're going to use it in. So this is a Motor Master battery. This is the typical size you'd find for most lithium batteries or deep cycle battery. And you can see the comparison to the super slim solid state lithium battery. It may be super slim, but its overall footprint is quite a bit larger. And I'll just show this for comparison. So width-wise, that's one. I was going to put that there. And then 2 times wider. So it's over 3 times. But it's skinnier. So when it comes down to if you want to purchase this battery, it may be a great battery, but you really have to look at where you're going to install it to make it work. There you go. Something for you guys to think about. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Will this battery change the way it is for me for doing overland adventure, backcountry adventures? It's hard to say right now. I've used, this is the 3rd type of battery, and I've never had a battery fail on me yet. This is a solid state, so it's probably a little bit more sturdier than others. However, it's too early to tell. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.